Want to sign too, Grimy? Look at these two dudes, Yui and Nipsey Hussle. On the block.
What is that, girl? What you filming on? That's
I'm on Instagram. On Instagram.
Looking up.
Look at this.
Yeah, everybody in the limo. We got my boy Baby Yui right here. Tell him about the limo, Yui.
Oh man, this is the greatest experience, you know what I'm saying? I really help out in the trenches, man. With that big body, all black motherfucker, you know what's going on.
You already know, nigga.
I come on dope, man, cause I run my own show.
You see my nigga Baby Yui, man. Y'all go tell him fuck with the limo, Yui.
Y'all gotta fuck with the limo, man. Izzy does it all, man. Izzy does it the best.
Yeah. My motherfucking nigga, Baby Yui.
This is Jabari Henley, a rising figure in Los Angeles' unforgiving street culture, who would be found deceased outside a smoke shop on Halloween night 2025. On October 31st, the city delivered bullets down his chest to remind his father that retaliation comes in any form and whoever they can.
Big U's son was tragically aired out. He got his TV turned off. They disconnected his Wi-Fi.
But before we unravel how Baby Yui, as he was known, met his fate at Figueroa and 69th Street, let me take you back to March 2025, where the dominoes began falling. Because what happened on that Halloween night wasn't random.
34-year-old Jabari Henley is the son of Eugene Henley, better known as Big U. Eugene Henley once managed Nipsey Hussle and is alleged to be the former leader of the Rollin' 60s Crips gang. Police say Jabari was shot and killed near Figueroa and 69th Street after he walked up to a vehicle and someone inside opened fire before driving off. Police say his father's gang ties are a major part of the investigation.
Jabari Henley wasn't just any street figure. He was the son of Eugene, Big U, Henley Jr., one of South Los Angeles' most polarizing personalities, a man who walked the line between celebrated music executive and alleged gang kingpin. Big U had managed Nipsey Hussle, ran a nonprofit that received federal funding, and presented himself as a reformed activist. But federal prosecutors claim he ran a mafia-like criminal enterprise, collaborating with the notorious Rollin' 60 Crips, orchestrating everything from extortion to murder while hiding behind community activism. Now, Big U is 58 years old, sitting in federal detention, fighting a case that could keep him behind bars for life. He's accused of running the Big U Enterprise, a sophisticated criminal operation allegedly involving murder, robbery, extortion, sex trafficking, wire fraud, embezzlement from federal-funded organizations, and tax evasion. The indictment detailed how Big U allegedly used his gangster reputation to intimidate businesses, obtained ineligible COVID-19 relief loans for unique music, and misappropriated donations and public funds from his nonprofit, Developing Options. And just 7 months before Baby Yui's death, Big U had been arrested on a 43-count federal indictment. Among those charges was an alleged 2021 murder of 24-year-old aspiring rapper Rayan Williams.
An update on a story we first reported as breaking news at 3 o'clock. Metro homicide detectives are investigating the discovery of a body in the desert.
And developing now, Metro police are investigating after a man is murdered and dumped in the desert.
Crime alert tonight. Police right now, they're investigating after a dead man was found right in the desert area. Metro says the man was murdered at a different location and then dropped in the desert.
Metro police are investigating the discovery of a dead body, a man found in the desert. Homicide detectives are now handling this case.
According to federal court documents, in late 2020, Rayan Williams signed with Big U's label, Unique Music. The young rapper saw it as his big break. Mentorship from a legend, professional studios, and all expenses paid trips to Vegas. But in January 2021, Williams made what prosecutors allege was a fatal mistake. He reported a diss track. The lyrics were brazen, mocking, and allegedly referenced Big U. One chilling line reportedly predicted his own fate, suggesting he'd be shot with a .38 caliber weapon that would leave no trace. The sequence of events that followed was horrifying. On January 19, 2021, Williams arrived in Las Vegas, his flight and Airbnb paid by Unique Music. He skipped studio sessions, perhaps sensing something wrong, perhaps just enjoying Vegas. On January 20th, he recorded that diss track. By January 23rd, Big Yui had driven to Vegas with an associate named Robinson in a gray Lexus. According to cell phone data analyzed by the FBI, Big Yui confronted Williams at his Airbnb around 2 a.m. on January 24th, questioning him about the missed sessions. That evening, there was a studio session where Williams recorded new music while Big Yui remained present until 12:37 a.m. on January 25th. Surveillance footage captured Williams leaving the Airbnb at 1:13 a.m., entering a dark sedan with his suitcase. He was never seen alive again. Here's where the evidence becomes damning. Big Yui's cell phone data showed a suspicious gap. From 12:58 a.m. to 2:15 a.m., his phone went dark with no activity. When he returned to the studio around 2:30 to 3 a.m., multiple witnesses reported something chilling. He was completely soaked, dripping water, despite claiming he'd been to the gym. Studio security noted his strange demeanor. At 9 a.m. on January 25th, Rayan Williams' body was discovered near the Apex landfill off Interstate 15. Dumped in a ditch, he'd been struck with multiple facial wounds from what investigators believed was a .38 caliber weapon, exactly as he had predicted in his diss track. The body showed signs of being dragged, with no shell casings were found. Big Yui allegedly responded to Rayan Williams' Instagram messages on January 26th, the day after the murder. When Rayan's family contacted Big Yui on January 27th, he claimed no knowledge. Meanwhile, surveillance footage from the critical time period mysteriously disappeared or was tampered with. Fast forward to February 2023, intercepted phone calls revealed Big Yui allegedly coordinating a cover-up, instructing his son Jabari and others to remain silent, avoiding phones when discussing alibis. Rayan Williams' mother, Shadana Brown, became the case's most powerful voice.
I'm so sorry for your loss. I mean, my heart really does go out to both of you. I mean, you know, your family's going through a really tough time right now. I know there's news that broke out that said that Big Yui was, you know, might have been involved in your son's murder. I mean, do you believe he's responsible?
I know for a fact he's responsible. There's no doubt in my mind. Mother's instance, I know he's responsible.
She spoke publicly about her belief that the man she had trusted to mentor her son had betrayed that trust in the most horrific way imaginable. Her pain resonated throughout LA.
I've been worried for my kids' safety since day one, since this happened. I shouldn't have to be a parent within fear of my child's or my kid's life when I trusted you, and you took that away from me.
So, in March 2025, Big Yui was arrested on this massive indictment. He pled not guilty in April, but he's held without bail, deemed too dangerous to release. He's facing potential life in prison. And through all of this, his son Jabari, Baby Yui, remains on the streets of South Los Angeles, moving through the same circles, carrying the same last name that now echoes with accusations of murder and betrayal. The streets of South Los Angeles have a memory longer than any court record. And as Jabari navigated those streets through spring and summer 2025, he was walking through a minefield created by his father's alleged actions. In this world, family names carry weight, both protective and dangerous. The Henley name had meant respect, fear, and power for decades. But now it meant target. Social media erupted with Big Yui's arrest news. Posts on X showed community members divided, some defending Big Yui, others expressing long simmering resentment about his alleged hypocrisy. How could someone claim to be fighting gang violence while allegedly running a criminal enterprise?
The most chilling responses came from those connected to Rayan Williams. Online discussions hinted at something brewing, a sense that the streets have their own system of accountability. Some posts cryptically referenced karma. Others spoke about chickens coming home to roost. The language was coded, but the message was clear. Big Yui's family wouldn't be shielded by his incarceration. Throughout this period, Baby Yui maintained his presence in the community. He was known in the neighborhood, respected by some, watched by others. He wasn't hiding. Perhaps he believed his father's connections still offered protection. Perhaps he simply refused to live in fear. Whatever his reasoning, he continued his routines, frequenting familiar spots. One of those spots was a smoke shop at 69th Street and Figueroa Street, a location that would soon become a crime scene. October 31st, 2025, on Halloween night.
No matter what you doing, sitting on the corner, where you at? He's sitting at the stove at the smoke shop chilling? What? Hey. Cars are the new coffins. I told y'all that. The cars are the new coffins. That's where they finding all these up in these cars. But you know not to be sitting in your car. But get out there and get somewhere. Cars are the new coffins.
True, because it seems everyone is either getting killed in a car or a drive-by shooting. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section. Around 10:30 p.m., Baby Yui was outside the smoke shop when he approached a vehicle. What happened next will be debated in forums and investigated by LAPD detectives. Someone inside that vehicle opened fire, striking Baby Yui multiple times. The wounds were devastating. First responders arrived quickly. Video footage shows LAPD officers attempting CPR, but it was too late. Jabari Baby Yui Henley was pronounced deceased at the scene. The vehicle fled immediately, disappearing into Halloween night chaos. No arrests were made and no suspects immediately identified.
But it's like, Big U finally knows what it feels like to go through what he put other parents through. And I hate to say it, but reading the comment sections, I ain't the only one. That's all I seen going down the line was rest in peace, Nip. The marathon continues. And rest in peace to that young man that was the football player / rapper that went to the studio, and after he left the studio, he ended up with his TV turned off, and his mother, she put her trust in the Big U to protect and guide her son. And tragically, allegedly, he met his fate at the hands of Big U. Some even say, rest in peace, PNB Rock. Now, I'm not saying he was behind that, but Loose Cannon damn sure said him and Big U was sitting right there in the restaurant when it went down.
The timing couldn't have been more devastating for Big U. Here was a man already facing life in prison, already fighting the most serious charges of his life, already watching his legacy crumble, and now, detained in federal custody, unable to move freely, he received the news every parent dreads: your child is gone. It was a co-defendant, Tremaine Loose Cannon Williams, who informed Big U while both were in custody. Imagine that moment.
And the coldest thing about them right there, you don't get to come home. You don't get to come home and embrace the family and hold the kids and tell them everything gonna be all right and reassure. Yeah, you gotta grieve on your own. This is the last time I want to tell you, cry behind bars.
The impact rippled through Baby Yui's family. His brother, Diane Henley, was playing for the Los Angeles Chargers when he learned of the death. Here was a young man who'd chosen professional football over the streets, building a legitimate career. And yet tragedy found him too.
I just wanted to talk to my brother one more time. It was just an emotional moment for me, just to be able to make a play on a day like this, just losing him so soon. So I had to just send a prayer up and just hopefully he heard it and just get one out there. Since I got the news, my brothers was there. I went through it. It was a long day for me.
Forcing him to process grief while maintaining professional obligations, posting tributes while his father sat behind bars and his brother lay in the morgue. The investigation continued, with LAPD detectives exploring multiple angles. Gang affiliations were an obvious focus. Big Yu's history with the Rollin 60 Crips meant his family would naturally be viewed through that lens. Was this an attack specifically targeting Baby Yui because of who his father was? Was it related to ongoing gang disputes that had nothing to do with Big Yu's federal case? Or, and this was the theory gaining traction in street-level discussions, was this retaliation for Rayan Williams' death? Then came reports that made things even more complex. November 3, 2025.
It was said that an hour later, retaliation transpired where 3 people were killed from the neighborhood in which Big Yu's son was pronounced unalived. What do you make of the get back happening so quick?
What you call the get back? I mean, immediately. That let you know some people out here love. Some people out here love. So you ain't gonna just run them gun down everybody and think ain't nobody coming over. Where you get killed at over there across the street?
Could you imagine what it feels like to be Big U? And that deck of cards called life that Big U dealt out. He dished it. How they say you reap what you sow? It's coming back to Big U full throttle. Because at the same time, he's fighting for his life. His son just lost his life. At the same time, he's getting ready to be judged by 12 jurors. His son is about to be carried by 6 and put in a grave.
Days after Baby Yui's Halloween night demise, the full weight of this tragedy settles over everyone involved. Big Yu sits in federal detention, a 58-year-old man who must now process his son's death, while simultaneously fighting for his own freedom against charges that could keep him in prison for life. His trial approaches, a proceeding where prosecutors will argue he's a dangerous criminal who orchestrated murders, ran extortion schemes, trafficked humans, and defrauded the government, all while pretending to be a reformed community activist. The irony is suffocating. Here is a man accused of taking Rayan Williams' life, allegedly pulling the trigger himself, and dumping the body in a Vegas desert, now experiencing the same devastating loss Williams' mother Shadonna Brown endured. The difference? Big U allegedly chose violence. He allegedly made the decision to end a young man's life over a diss track, over words. Rayan Williams' family had done nothing wrong. They'd simply trusted the wrong person.
And the crazy part about it is, even if they let him, which I doubt, get a pass to go to the funeral, the next time he stand over his son, it'll be in handcuffs, and he'll be looking down at his dead body.
The street scholars, the OGs who've survived decades of this violence, speak with exhaustion about the price being paid. They reference the 80s when gang warfare reached apocalyptic levels in Los Angeles. They warn that without significant change, those days could return. That Baby Yui's death and the retaliatory deaths are symptoms of a disease that has never been cured. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section. Click on one of the cards on your screen to see more videos like his.